Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 3, 2025. Can I get a motion to go into executive session to discuss the employment history of particular pedagogical and non-pedagogical employees and matters made confidential under federal law, FERPA?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 3rd, 2023. Can I get a motion to go back into public session?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
2025.
What did I say? 23. I said 23? I'm sorry. It's been a
November
long
3,
day.
November 3, 25.
25. November 3, 2025. Sorry, it's been a long day. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for our armed forces and those in the Yorktown Central School District community that have lost loved ones, especially the father-in-law of Gary Kittredge.
Pledge allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, Dr. Hatter. We seem to have some friends with us tonight.
We do. We have our wonderful students from Crampon here, and they're going to present on something that's really, really special, certainly in Crampon, but in our district. I will turn it over. I don't want to steal any of the thunder of the presentation, so I will turn over the introduction to Crampon School Principal, Ms. Jacobs.
Thank you, Dr. Hatter. I'm also going to try not to steal anyone's thunder. I did write down some keywords so that I wanted to touch upon. So good evening. We're so happy to be here. Thank you, parents, friends, and families, for joining us. This is an exciting meeting for us. We're really excited to share with you the newest addition to our Crampon program, which is the Crampon Creators Club. And this club gets together to explore the exciting world of technology during lunch and recess. It's all about, for us, collaboration, creativity, and problem solving. So students will have the chance to learn about real-world tech topics, share ideas, and then work on projects of interest, some of which we brought today that you'll be able to take a look at a little later on. Most importantly, though, at Crampon, we pride ourselves on giving students and our teachers a voice and some autonomy. And it is those unique relationships that we build with our parents and community members that's ultimately what led to the creation of the Crampon Creators Club. So now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Amanda Burns, who's led the way, and give her an opportunity to share the ins and the outs of our club. Thank you.
I forgot I was the clicker, too. Good evening, members of the Board of Education, administration, and our community. I'm excited to share a new initiative we recently launched at Crampon, our Crampon Creators Club. The idea for this club actually began during our 4th grade parent orientation, where I hosted an STEAM and technology table. Parents were so enthusiastic about the hands-on learning and creativity we discussed that many asked, "Is this a club?" That simple question sparked an idea. After speaking with our principal, Ms. Jacobs, and receiving her support, we decided to make it happen. The Crampon Creators Club is now a brand new lunch and recess opportunity where students can explore design thinking, coding, and creative problem solving in a fun and supportive environment. I'd like to make a note that we had an overwhelming response with over 205 students applying for this club. This all wouldn't have been possible without the incredible collaboration of my co-teachers, Ms. Liz Brennan and Ms. Lindsay Edwards. Together, they have helped bring this vision to life. We are giving students a space to imagine, create, and innovate, and we're just getting started. I'd now like to introduce Cielo to kick off the student presentation.
Hello, my name is Cielo, a 4th grade creator from Mrs. Edward class. I was so excited to sign up for the first ever Crampon Creators Club. After seeing the flyer, it looked like that there were so many new skills to learn and projects to create.
Hello, my name is Rocco, a fourth grade illustrator in Miss Guatzmacher's and Miss Manganelli's class. My t-shirt design represents Yorktown pride and the spirit of New Crampon Creators Club. Our club encourages students like me to think, create, work together. I designed this shirt for the logo contest to show how all parts of STEAM, empathy, science, technology, engineering, art, and math connect to make learning exciting and creative.
My name is Charlotte, a fourth grade designer in Miss Gretzmacher and Miss Maganelli's class. We use Canva to design custom bookmarks using words and logos that represent the things we love. And then we got to see our designs come to life with the Glowforge machine. It was such an amazing experience.
Hi, my name is Ryan, a fourth grade game designer and coder in Mrs. Burns' class. We used Tinker to design a code fall-themed games. We learned how to use coding blocks to make characters move, interact, and complete challenges. It was exciting to see how problem-solving and creativity can come together through coding.
Good evening. My name is Sophia, a fourth grade engineer in Mrs. Burns' class. We use Makey Makey to turn everyday objects like Play-Doh into interactive technology. We learned how circuits and creativity can work together to make things move, play sounds, or even control a computer. It was so much fun to experiment and play through hands-on learning.
Hi, my name is Colin, a fifth grade 3D modeler in Mrs. Reed's class. We used Tinkercad to design custom plant stakes for our school's Farm Fest. We learned how 3D design combines creativity and technology to solve real problems. It was exciting to see our digital designs come to life on the 3D printer and become something useful for our school garden.
Hi, my name is Kaysher. I am a fifth grade coder in Mrs. Weiner's class. We coded a microbit to create light-up name tags and emojis that show our unique feelings. By programming the microbit on our computers, we made our names appear and change to an emoji that matches our mood using LED lights. This project taught us how fun and creative coding can be and how technology can help us express ourselves.
My name is Arfa, and I am a fifth grade student in Mr. Longobardi's and Mrs. Golisano's class. By carefully assembling paper circuits, we were able to make light-up pumpkin cards that glow when the circuit is complete. For this project, we used paper, copper, tape, cell batteries, and miniature light bulbs to create a paper circuit. This project helped us learn how electricity flows and how circuits work in a fun and creative way.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I am a fifth grade student from Mrs. Daly's class. We're excited to invite you to the Crampon Creators Club Expo this June. You will have the opportunity to see our amazing projects that we have designed and created during the club's very first year. We hope to see you there. We are now going to give you a small token of appreciation for allowing us to present to you tonight about this new opportunity at Crampon.
Hi, thank you. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Oh, really nice. I love this.
Good evening. I'm Mrs. Samet, the assistant principal at Crampon. We hope you enjoy your gifts. We would like to invite the board to now come up to the table where the students will show you some of the other amazing things they've made in this club. Thank you so much.
impressive. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna go write that down. Do you have anything else before I come back?
We should tell them.
So that was on the Glow Forge too, right?
We signed it on paper. Yes. That'll be fun. We should ask Pauline to do it for us. I just don't know how much it would cost, but.
This was
Yeah.
when I got on, I noticed it too. I was like, oh.
Oh, good. Yeah.
All right, thank you. This was really terrific.
How are you? It's good to see you.
She did great. This was so nice. No, we're not saying anything.
No, we were done. He'll for Dr. Haddle.
So that, first of all, that was amazing. Absolutely amazing. On so many different levels. So outside of the fact that your public speaking as fourth and fifth graders is better than so many adults that I know, you should be so proud of that first and foremost. The other thing that just kind of came to my attention and realization during the presentation is this is happening at lunch. This is a lunch thing. So over 200 children have elected to give up lunch to, or not lunch, recess, to, well, they're eating, right? The kids are eating, right? I want to make sure we clarify that for the community. The children are eating, but they're giving up their recess and part of their lunch period to do this great work. And the other part of this is this just started in the middle of September. We just entered November. So when you look at the volume, the breadth of the technology, I mean, there's Tinkercad, Glowforge, Makey, the paper circuit boards, microbits. There is just so much there in such a short amount of time, both from the school year perspective and from the time of the day, the lunch perspective. I'm just amazed, number one, at the excitement and the passion that our students have. I loved how they introduced themselves as, I'm an engineer in this class, I'm a designer in this class, a coder. So thank you, Ms. Edwards, Ms. Brennan, Ms. Burns. Ms. Burns, you're here, but I heard names from a lot of different classes. And so many of our teachers are involved and invested, and that's wonderful to hear. I also want to acknowledge Ms. Forsberg, who is our Director of Technology and oversees getting the technology into the classrooms. I want to acknowledge Mr. Miller, our Supervisor of STEM. He does such great work in so many regards. And although you're not front and center on the presentation, I wanted to acknowledge both of your roles in bringing this to our school buildings. So absolutely wonderful. I am so proud, and I'll turn it over to you, Ms. Roll.
Yeah, Dr. Hatter, you took the words right out of my mouth. One of the things I loved, besides the public speaking, because that's like my thing, I love that you guys get up there and talk and do it so well. But how you got up, you said your names and you said what your job title was, and then the next person built on that, which just showed the cooperation that you all have in doing this project. And the fact that over 200 kids were willing to do this during their recess. I mean, that is a tribute to you, Miss Burns, Miss Brennan, and Miss Edwards about how you bring the students together to learn more. So thank you so much.
I loved meeting the creator of this, the artist behind a very generous gift. So thank you. And thank you for sharing your passion. To be able to do what you showed us tonight is remarkable. So great job and keep with it. I can't wait to have you guys back soon.
Cheryl?
This was wonderful. They are just so creative and so technologically advanced. My question is, for any of our staff, so I just want to get this straight. 200 students came forward who wanted to be in the club, and you took all 200?
Wow.
All 200 students, and if the answer is yes, which it looks like it is, are they meeting all at the same time? Are you rotating them? How is this? Because this is amazing, really amazing that we can.
So when we first planned it over the summer, we knew that we could allot. We were trying to do 3 sessions of fall, a winter, and a spring, and we could allot about 25 students per grade. And so our expectation was that throughout the 3 sessions, we'd get 75 students per grade. And we also said if there was less students, then they could re-enroll. And then we sent out the form, and the responses didn't stop. So we did get more buy-in from 4th grade. So Ms. Edwards and myself had to go back and restructure the plan. So instead of being 3 sessions of 25 students, we've got about 5 sessions of anywhere from 22 to 28 students. So we wanted to ensure that any student that applied to be a part of the club was able to be a member of the club. So.
I love that. I love that.
Wow.
Thank you. Really wonderful
But don't
opportunity
spread
for
the
so
word
many.
because we're
We'll
beyond the brims.
keep it low key. No one will know. Thank
Mike?
you.
Truly amazing, actually. If you could add one more, I would love to come to lunch because there's a lot I could learn about some of these. It's really fascinating work. And thank you for being so adaptable and just doing what's best for the kids, which is what we're always up here trying to figure out, what's right for kids. So thank you for that. Students, this was amazing. You guys are just incredible. I love everybody's individual style, and it shows in your dress, and it shows in your work, and it's just really a great breath of fresh air. So thank you very much.
Pete?
I don't think I could say anything more than everybody else said, but when you say that you're a 5th grade engineer and a 4th grade coder, our district and our students, the future ahead of you is amazing. And I look at the future of this community and this district, our teachers, it's such a wonderful thing. Thank you very much.
So we know that it really feels like it's 8:30, even though the clock says it's 7:30. So we're going to take a brief 5-minute recess. So anybody who wants to exit, we're just going to ask that you do that rather quickly so we can continue on with the meeting. Anyone who wants to stay, you're welcome to. We have a full agenda in store for us. But if you choose to leave, have a great evening. And thank you so much, students. I am so proud of you. And parents, thank you. The partnership is amazing. We appreciate your support. You are so incredible in every way, and we just appreciate everything that you do for our school community as well. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.
That's what they told us. Make sure the doors are closed. See you next week.
All right, we'll go to public comment number 1, agenda items only. Anyone have that? Okay. All right, then we'll turn it over to Hunter for our student board member report.
Good evening. Our fall sports teams have had very exciting seasons, and I'm proud to report that the girls and boys volleyball teams are continuing in their playoff run. The boys team will be playing this Friday in the quarterfinals, and the girls team will be playing this Wednesday in the semifinals. Congratulations to the 20 YHS band, choir, and orchestra students who represented Yorktown at the Area All-State Festival held at SUNY Purchase on October 30th. The Yorktown High School Drama Club will put on 2 performances of their drama, Sense and Sensibility, on November 14th and November 15th. Both performances will take place at 7 p.m. in Yorktown High School Auditorium. Admissions are free, and the community is encouraged to attend. On Wednesday, October 29th, students from Yorktown High School visited classrooms at Brookside and Mohantic to read a book and do activities with the students. I participated in this event, and it was great to be able to spend time with the younger students and teach them about how important it is to be yourself and have people accept you for who you are. And as I prepare to leave Yorktown High School, I will think back to the times I had the opportunity to go to the elementary schools and engage with the younger students in our district as some of my favorite experiences. And during my time here, it was awesome to be able to do that. And I really want to encourage our high school students to go out there and be a part of this and get involved with these opportunities, because being with the younger students is great, being able to help them out and teach them about all these important life lessons that they should learn. And it was great to have this happen, so thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll turn to Dr. Hatter for our superintendent's update.
I will take the report from my chair here, and we have some updates from the last board meeting. You'll recall we discussed the analytics behind our social media pages and our web pages when we introduced the artificial intelligence, not a chatbot, but the artificial intelligence assistant on our web page. So just to provide you with some context for the views that we've had over the course of this school year alone, we've had more than, at this point, these data are from last week, over 300,000 views on our Facebook page. YouTube, again, many views. I don't need to read all the numbers to you. I'm sure you'll take those and process what you're seeing here. But we certainly are seeing a huge following on Instagram, and our website has a lot of traffic. Last year, we had close to 1 million views come through our webpage. This year, just from July 1st to now, we're well on our way to exceed that trajectory. We also looked at the number of pages being visited once somebody engages with our website and the amount of time spent on the website. What's telling me some of the conclusions that I'm drawing on being on our website, visiting 6 pages and being on our website on an average of 1 minute and 14 seconds at this point, is that people are able to access information from our site relatively quickly, that there's not this prolonged search to find information. So again, a lot of credit goes to Brian Marchhauser for this, because when he came on, he really revised the website to be a little more intuitive. And that means redundancies in some cases, where depending on your thought process looking for something, for example, lunch menus. Would that be under wellness? Would that be depending? So we have that. There are multiple ways to get to our lunch menus, and that's just one example. Even athletics calendars. That is a very popular, and I'll show you on the next slide, the most popular pages visited on our website. So when you look at 25-26, our athletics page, we're only in the fall season, has had about 21,000 views. The athletics calendar is specifically what's viewed most often. And there are multiple ways to get to the athletics calendar now on our website. And it was just following different paths of inquiry, different rationales and approaches to get to the athletics calendar. Just some more updates that I'd like to provide to you. You may be aware, everyone I believe is aware, that the digital sign at the top of the driveway has not been working. That technology was antiquated a few years ago, and it's beyond repair at this point. So I'm in year 9, we've had some intermittent issues. Those issues became more widespread and more frequent in recent years. And now we're beyond the useful life of the digital sign. We have tried to repair it. We recognize how important that sign is. There are over 100,000 cars that travel on Route 202. That's the information that was provided to me from the state, that there are about 100,000 vehicles that travel on 202 throughout the course of any given day, and we get a lot of information out to our community using that sign. So we are looking to purchase a new sign. The existing sign is about 2.5 feet high by about 9 feet wide. So for your frame of reference, the existing sign that's there, and many of us can visualize that existing sign, it's about 9 feet wide, 2.5 feet high. We're looking to replace that. That type of sign, just how stretched the screen is limited in terms of the graphics that we can do. So we would need something that's a little more of a square shape. It's still rectangular, but something a little more in a square shape where we'll be able to show more detailed graphics. We can even do videos, which I'm not suggesting that we do while people are driving at 40 miles an hour on a main road, but we can do a lot more. There's cloud capability right now with the former sign or the current sign. There was no cloud capability. You physically have to be on site to amend the sign. So just to give you some context, however, the new sign is about 4.5 feet high. So it is, I would argue, substantially higher than the existing sign. This is a rendering of how the sign would look with the existing Yorktown Central School District banner above it. We would have to raise that slightly, but ultimately we can have a sign and a replacement in, Lisa, how long time frame wise? That's it's about 3 months out is what we would look at. So lots of promise. That's in the works. There's a state contract that the vendor is on, and we'd be looking to access them through a state contractor to ensure the most aggressive pricing available. Just some additional things we're discussing. Mr. Barrett has been talking about this for the last 7 or 8 years, starting in Athletics Hall of Fame. It's, again, without reading the slide, Yorktown has such a rich history in athletics, and why not celebrate that history and acknowledge that rich history and look to bring an Athletic Hall of Fame? So more to come on that. The bylaws are still being developed. We're working with legal counsel. It's common in high schools in our area, and so this is not new territory that we're uncovering. We're just moving ourselves into where so many other districts are. I just wanted to share the latest information. I don't put much stock in rankings of schools, nor do I put much stock in all of the various awards, but I thought that this was worth sharing because for the first time, at least that I can remember, all 5 of our schools were ranked or recognized by U.S. News and World Report as America's best. So Brookside, Crampon, and Mohansick received the designation of America's best elementary schools. Our middle school was designated America's best middle schools, and our high school is perpetually on that list as America's best high schools. So I thought that was a tremendous testament to all of the work happening. Again, I take all of the rankings with a grain of salt, but it was something that I certainly at least wanted to bring to our community's attention. Just an update on the construction. This is an image as of last week at Brookside. So the safety fencing is in, the site work has begun, and so I'll be providing in my superintendent's reports updates to our community on the construction. So I just photographed Brookside. It's a similar site at Mohansick as well. The safety fencing is in, the top layer of soil has been stripped, and the construction vehicles, if you look closely, there's a construction trailer and some other vehicles that are on site, and everything is safely secured away from where students are playing. I thought it was important to note the fence that has the construction area enclosed. Students are not getting near that construction area, so they're well behind that fenced area. I also wanted to share a school supply giveaway with our community. The Elks Lodge in Yorktown has been so incredibly generous to our school district and certainly to our students. They donated 2 rounds of school supplies, and they were so many and so generous, and there were so many items there, from scientific calculators to backpacks, folders, highlighters, markers, pens, crayons, 3 subject notebooks, filler paper, composition books, pencil cases. So many different things were donated. We deployed all of the supplies in the first round to our schools, and the Elks came back with a second round of donations equally as large as that first round. And so we reached out to the schools and said, do you have what you need? And every school responded and said, yes, thank you. The Elks were so generous. We have everything that we need. But I still have about 20 boxes of school supplies that are in my office that we want to deploy to our community. I spoke to the member of the Elks who is liaising the donation, and he said, we just want it to go to students in our community who could benefit from the school supplies. So Saturday morning, November 15th, I'll be standing outside 10 a.m. to noon. I'll have some high school students helping me out, and we are going to distribute school supplies to students in our community, and all are welcome to come by, bring the kids. I'm happy to say hello to all the students who are coming in. They can take some school supplies with them, backpacks. Some really, really great things are being given away. So we encourage everyone to come out. We put out a letter on this today, and there'll be a follow-up letter that goes out, I believe, tomorrow. I'll send that out, or Wednesday. And that is everything that I wanted to share on, and Hunter provided some really important updates. Please do come out and support our students in the theater. We have some great shows. Admission is free. The information will be on our social media pages and on our website. And for our athletic teams who are still active in postseason play, I wish you well. Good luck. You represent Yorktown so well and so proudly, and I wish you continued success. That concludes my report.
Thank you. First, thank you to the Elks Club. That's amazing. I have a question about the construction at the elementary schools. What are we getting feedback from the teachers or the administrators, the students, about disturbing learning time?
So thus far, we have not received any feedback, positive or negative. It's been relatively quiet. We have our next construction meeting scheduled for tomorrow at 2:30. And so one of the principals will be joining us to just discuss some of the details of the playground area. And I'll be sure to ask that question. However, in my conversations with the principals, it has been quiet. There have not been concerns that have been relayed to me, and I have had those conversations with the principals. So it's been relatively quiet at this point.
Great, thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
I just want run on the sign. The height of it, was that something? How did you land on 4.5 feet? Are there any height restrictions from the town or anything along those lines? Or?
No, so there aren't height restrictions from the town. The way we landed on this was the next smaller board was a lot more narrow. So it was, rather than being about 9 feet, which is the width of the current sign, it was about 6 feet.
Okay.
So it seemed a little too small. It almost felt like a TV screen, like a large TV screen. And I hate to use those terms because obviously 6 feet in width is bigger than a TV screen. It just looked quite small for the space that we had. And for the messages that we're trying to display, we're trying to put phone numbers and email addresses for registration, whether it's kindergarten or pre-K. So there aren't restrictions. We are mindful though, and we had these conversations with regard to the sight lines, and we don't want to go too high. Right now, currently, the top of the Y in the header is at the top of the stone. So in that picture that we have on the screen for the community, where the stone caps end is roughly, approximately where the top, that arch of the Y ends. So we are looking at possibly putting in a different header that will get rid of that semicircle on top of the sign that can lower the sight line to where it currently is. But that's how we arrived. There are limitations in terms of the board sizes. They come in, I want to say it's like 10-inch intervals or 1 foot intervals. So the next size down was also far wide, more narrow. The next size up, I'd have to get rid of those 2 pillars, which are beautiful. So this new sign would fit very well within the existing pillars.
Okay. All right, thank you. So next is the board discussion item and the selection of the process of the trustee to to fill our 7th seat. And I just wanted to go over where things are and answer any questions, have a discussion about it. So the letters of interest were due to a vet by October 31st. We did receive 6 letters of interest. And what our plan is on November 17th, our next meeting, to invite those 6 people to the meeting, have some questions, and make a selection. That's the plan. Does anyone have anything they want to say or questions? Nope. Okay. So I'll work with the vet to get that notice out to those 6 people and invite them to attend our next meeting. All right. Next, we'll go to board reports. Artificial Intelligence Committee.
Yeah, so myself and several of the administrators, I know Jan Forsberg, I think Ron, Deirdre, so we attended a BOCES session on AI. There's another session next week, also by BOCES, so we're going to be going to that one. The committee itself, I have to set up the meeting. We're trying to meet with an industry, someone from the industry. I was out sick for over a week, so I have not had a chance to do that, but I will do that soon.
Audit?
Audit, no new updates at this time.
Facilities?
I guess I'll take that.
Yes.
So facilities meets every 2 weeks. We meet again tomorrow. Things are going very, very well as far as the bond projects go. We have a good team in place, the architects and the engineer. As Dr. Hatter showed, we've begun the site work at the elementary schools. We recently received approval on the fields plan for the high school and middle school campus, so that work can begin. And we're moving along very well. Things are, ahead of schedule and within budget, so more to become. But so far, everything's moving very well.
Fiscal?
Different hat. Fiscal Advisory Committee met last week, October 30th. Our initial meeting for the year, we looked at the budget process and the calendar. We looked at the main drivers of the budget for this year, which are, typical transportation, contract negotiations, ERS, TRS rates, health insurance rates, stuff like that, just to kind of set the stage. And we will meet again most likely December, early January.
Thank you. Policy?
Since the beginning of the school year, we've met twice on September 4th and October 9th. During those 2 meetings, we reviewed 25 policies, of which you've seen many of them come through as adoptions, deletions, first reads. Some of the highlights we've had to adjust, actually yearly probably. There's been a change of the age of instruction, so we have reviewed those policies. As that age changes, we have to review those policies and change in the policies. We've had some annual reviews, and then we've always fallen back on our older policies, which is sort of our default when we review everything else that's mandatory or required at that time. We're next meeting on November 6th.
Great. Thanks, Cheryl. Okay, we'll go to the approval of the minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes for October 27, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion to approve the second reading and adoption for the following policies as listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion that the following personnel appointments be approved.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolved that the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education of the Yorktown Central School District approve the following athletic merger for 2025-2026 school year as per the merger application. The varsity girls ice hockey with Bedford, Briarcliff, Brewster, Byram Hills, Carmel, Chappaqua, Haldane, Hendrick Hudson, Lakeland, Katona, Pauling, Pleasantville, Mapac, North Salem, and Westlake.
So moved.
Second discussion.
Yes.
Can we just explain what this means for the
Yes,
public? And
we have one student, a young lady who'd like to participate in girls varsity ice hockey. we don't have significant enrollment in that. We have one student who's interested. Also, many other school districts do not have significant enrollment to field their own team. So we enter into a merger where each of these districts are sending a couple of kids to participate on the team.
Who do they
Would
play?
Who's left?
I'll get you a schedule. I was wondering the same thing.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, we'll certainly share that with you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Motion to arrange for the following placements.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And we are up to board comments. Pete?
Just another wonderful good news tonight that it continues to amaze me with the children. Present what they do, how far they've come. So keep them coming.
Rashmi?
I'm good, thank you.
Cheryl?
Thank you to Crampon for coming out tonight. Not only the students are impressive, but our staff there is very impressive. And the fact that I still cannot believe we're accommodating 200 students to be part of one club. This is just amazing to me. So thank you to all.
Mike?
No, I agree. Cheryl hit it on the head. That was amazing. Thanks.
I just want to thank Brian for the increased traffic to our website and all of the information that he's made so accessible and so easy to find. Thank you. Dr. Hatter?
Maybe we should also, thank the members of the community that stepped up. We asked for volunteers to serve the board, and we ended up with 6 very good candidates. So thank you for all of you for stepping up.
Totally agree. Thanks, Mike. Dr. Hatter? Lisa, Deirdre? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Good night.